Hi, my name is Jerald Simon. I'm the president and founder of Music Motivation. And every week I come out with a brand new cool song. It's part of an annual subscription I created for piano teachers and piano students to help teach music theory the fun way. And right now I'm going to play Ricochet. This is my new cool song for the week, and it's to teach or to help teach the 2-5-1 jazz chord progression, to help students understand how to play the 2-5-1 jazz chord progression, and then how they can begin improvising over that 2-5-1 jazz chord progression. So first I'm going to play the piece at performance speed, and performance speed with this piece is anywhere from 90 to 95 beats per minute. Let me play it, and then I'll explain more about it. Now that is Ricochet, and I played it up to full speed, but right now I'm going to cut the tempo in half and pull it way back, and we're going to play this half the original speed of what we played the performance speed. This is to help students practice playing it at a slower speed and then gradually speeding it up so they can play it at performance speed. Now, as I play this, I want you to watch my left hand. I'm doing a pattern. It's a whole half step pattern with the left hand. I start on D and I play D, E, F, F sharp. That's the 2. Then I go to the 5. So watch as I play this, and then I'll explain more about it. So that is Ricochet, and we're following a 2-5-1 chord progression. I want you to watch my hands as I play this, and then I'll explain about the theory, but watch my left hand as I teach this whole half-half step walking bass pattern. I start on the 2, in this case it's D, and watch this. This is my 2 right here. Now if you notice, my 2 is starting on the D because of 1, 2. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here this is 2. Then we go to the 5. And then we go back to the 1. Now we do the 2, and if you look at starting in measure 3, we do whole step, half step, half step. So watch. 2, D, whole step, half step, half step. Now go to the 5. Whole step, half step, half step. And then we go to the 1. Whole step, then half step. It's pretty simple. It's not too difficult of a left-hand pattern. The right hand presents a little more challenge. What happens with the right hand, I'm using a lot of the notes from the C major blues scale. Now, we have two different variations of blues scales when we speak about blues scales. We can have the major blues scale, we can have the minor blues scale. And technically, the minor blues scale is what we are referring to when we speak of the blues scale. However, the major blues scale in reality is just a variation of the pentatonic scale. It's inverted, as a matter of fact. It's taking the major blues scale and changing the position of the notes just a little bit. Right now, let me show you the two different variations of the blues scale. The major blues scale is the primary one we are using with this cool song right now. And the major blues scale, you can think of it like taking C, D, E flat, or D sharp, and then playing the C major 6th chord in first inversion. When you take any chord, you can actually invert or change the position of the notes. So if I take C, E, G, A, that is my C major 6th chord. I'm going to put the C up on top. That is my C major 6th chord first inversion. Now watch. I'll break it apart. That is my C major blues scale. And it's interesting because in truth, it's a variation of the C pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is where we omit or leave out the 4th and the 7th intervals of the major scale. See that? That is my C pentatonic scale. So if I take the D sharp or E flat, if you want to refer to it that, and I go up and down, that is my C major blues scale. Well, in truth, that is the variation or the inversion of the A minor blues scale. So the major blues scale and the minor blues scale, they are closely related. And the way I like to help students remember is that the major blues scale is using the 6th chord, and the minor 7th chord is being used with the minor blues scale. Let me show you the minor blues scale. If I play a C minor 7th chord, I have C, E flat, G, and B flat. That is my C minor 7th chord. Well, The blues notes from any given scale are the third and seventh intervals. If you take the third and seventh intervals and you flat them, you create blues notes, is what they refer to them as. Well, in this case, those are part of the C minor seventh chord. The C minor blues scale is created from using those notes and adding two more. So we have the C minor seventh chord, and then we add the F and the F sharp. See, these are the first five notes. This would be the C minor blues scale or pentascale, because we're only using the first five notes. If we use all of the notes, so those two scales are very, very important. Watch again, I'm going to play the C major blues scale, created with the C major sixth chord, that's an easy way to remember it, and the C minor blues scale, created from the C minor seventh chord. That is a helpful way to remember all of these different scales. And we're just focusing on the major and the minor. But the right hand is primarily taking the notes from the C major blues scale and playing around with them. If you look, you can see the patterns as we're going up and down. If you look right there, beginning in measure 8 of Ricochet, watch the right hand. Right there, well, that would be my C minor blues scale that I brought in. So I switched back and forth from the major to the minor, and I would have students practice playing the C major blues scale and then the C minor blues scale, and just have them practice going up and down. And once they're comfortable going up and down one octave, then have them try 2 and 3 and 4, all the way up and down the piano. And they can do both hands together if they want. That's my minor blues scale. And it's great for them to practice doing that, because once they have that foundation with the left hand, with playing those blues scales with the right hand, they can start to improvise off everything. Because the left hand is playing that pattern of whole half-half step the entire way through. And so with my right hand, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with the C major blues scale and start to play around. I was playing just the C major blues scale. What if I do the same left hand pattern of the whole half step walking bass pattern on the 2, 5, 1, and what if I play the C minor blues scale with my right hand? Watch this. Now I'm just playing around and improvising, but it's a fun pattern that the students can practice and play around with. Again, the left hand is keeping a steady walking bass pattern. Much of jazz music is characterized by a walking bass pattern created primarily with quarter notes. Occasionally they'll throw in eighth notes here and there, but primarily the bass left hand pattern is created by using those walking bass notes created from quarter notes. My right hand is primarily playing eighth notes and triplets. That is what I'm playing through the entire piece. Watch my left hand again, and this time I'm going to use the chromatic scale. Now, the chromatic scale is the half-step scale, where I'm going up through every single note on the piano. It's called chromatic because the word chromatic means to go up and down in half steps. So watch this. If you notice, I was just moving up and down the chromatic scale with my right hand, and my left hand was playing the 2-5-1 whole half-half walking bass pattern. That was it. That is all I am doing. It's not too difficult. The main difficulty is in keeping that left hand going, even though the left hand is only playing quarter notes. It's keeping it steady with the left hand so the right hand can begin improvising and playing around. Now I'm going to begin improvising right now, and I'll combine all three. We'll do the major blues scale, the minor blues scale, and the chromatic. And I'll do them in random orders. Watch this. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial and have fun playing this cool song this week. It's really a great piece. It's late intermediate to advanced, so it is a little more challenging, but it's fun to play along with the drums and the walking bass pattern behind it. But have fun as you try this, and then see what you can do. Improvise. Take this left-hand pattern that you saw me play, and do something with it. What can you create? You saw this simple composition that I composed. What can you do with it? That practical application of the theory. Start by taking that left-hand pattern and adding a blues pentascale, the minor blues pentascale. Only those 5 notes, and see what you can come up with. Try something like this. If you notice, we're swinging those eighth notes. It's a nice laid-back groove, and we swing those notes. Try that. See what you can come up with. I hope to hear from you. If you have any questions, send me an email. My email is JeraldSimon, JeraldSimon, @musicmotivation.com. You can also visit my website, which is musicmotivation.com. And then if you film yourself playing one of my cool songs, I would love to watch it. You can upload it to your YouTube page and then tag me in it or share it with me. You can visit my YouTube page at youtube.com/JeraldSimon. You can also tag me in it and share it on your Facebook page. My Facebook page is facebook.com/JeraldSimon. Let me know what you'd like to hear. I always ask the teachers and the piano students to give me suggestions or ideas. I have several teachers who will email me and say they're having a difficult time teaching this concept, whether they're swinging the eighth notes or syncopation, offbeat rhythms, sometimes chord progressions, trying to help the students understand how to play different chord progressions in different inversions. And then what I do is I take that input and the advice I receive from piano teachers and piano students, and I create fun, cool music using the theory to help teach piano students, especially teenagers, how to apply that theory and have fun and play piano the cool way. Have a wonderful week. I hope to hear from you. If not, you can watch my next cool video. It will be coming out next week. Every Friday a new cool song comes out, and they're posted on my YouTube page. Check back, subscribe to my page, see what you like, and shoot me an email if you have any questions or requests. I'd be happy to hear from you. Thanks so much. I will see you next week.